What am I doing? Pokémon Classic Collection is $400 over here in the United States, and lots of us casual collectors were very excited about the product when it was first announced, and once we learned about the price tag, we said no thank you. A lot of us said no thank you. We couldn't afford it. And here I am with the Classic Collection. And with this Classic Collection, I'm gonna go ahead and use it at my local leagues. I've never seen anyone pull it out for the, I don't know, 4 times I've played there, and the numerous times I've been at the card shop, I haven't seen anyone lay it out. So I'm gonna try to make this a reality and get people playing on this thing how it's meant to be. It's meant to be played with and open, not sealed. And there's a little caveat though. I didn't spend $400 on this. No. I spent $50 on it. I bought it secondhand on eBay, and it's not even the American version. It's the Japanese version, and it comes with no cards. It's just all accessories. Of course, I would love the cards, but I'm not going to spend $400 on it. I believe the reseller used the official packaging. He got it in because we got some Japanese text right here. We got some kanji, hiragana. Let's get to cracking this open. Safety first. Hot dog. Here it is. Wow, this thing is huge. A little information sheet in Japanese. So, of course, I had to test out how the board felt when playing, so went ahead and tossed some cards out and kind of moved it around, and it felt alright. I mean, it doesn't feel any different from a regular playmat, but I mean, there's a premium look and feel. Now, is this worth $400? That's up to you. I personally don't think it is, but it's very nice to have. So let's go ahead and get this tournament started. Okay, I got the big box. Currently heading to Tabletop Village. Meet up with I'm gonna meet up with Giovanni there, and Micah's gonna be there too. If you guys haven't met them before, they were in my first tournament video. Giovanni's been in a couple of my videos already, and Micah's been in maybe 2. So very excited to keep this going, and we'll see if people want to play with this. Or, yeah. Okay, as soon as I found Giovanni, I went ahead and settled down to play test for at least 2 hours. And then I also ran into my good friends Diego and Austin at the shop. I managed to convince Diego to play with me for a bit, and I tried to egg him into joining the tournament, but they had other plans at the moment. And also, Austin was opening up some Haldean Fates, and yeah, good luck to him. Good luck to his pulls. Spoiler, he didn't pull anything that he wanted. All signed up. Giovanni signing up. We got Micah signing up. Found out I can use the board, I just can't use the randomizer. Little coin thing or the marble thing in the middle. Damage counters are okay. So at this league, it's best of 1, 30 minutes per round, 5 rounds. 0-1 to start the night, faced Goldengo, and they used the move Make It Rain for the final turn and did 450 damage to me, which is insane but super cool. I've never played against that deck, so it's a real experience learning it. I got pretty close. I got 2 prize cards left, and I was ready to attack with my Iron Hands. He was all built up, but unfortunately, it wasn't strong enough to survive that 450 attack. So let's see what the others are. Let's see what the others got. Also, the board's okay to use, and first person said yes. All right, what'd you get? Who'd you play?
0-1. I played against a Arceus deck. Yeah, it was, I don't know, he just built it himself, so it was a lot of cards I wasn't expecting. So.
Never played against Arceus, and if I do, I guess I should be winning. So my first match, yeah, I mean, they agreed to using the board. They they were like, yeah, no qualms here. But their playmat away, and we just used it. They were running the Goldengo deck. Never played against that before. I do know it's pretty popular here in Japan. It's pretty popular in Japan, and it has seen quite a bit of action here in the States. It's not as popular as Charizard or Giratina, but it's definitely seen some use, and I personally haven't ran into it until then, or now. And I held up pretty okay. I didn't quite know who to target, to be honest with you. I was able to scoop like a couple of their single prize Pokemon with my Iron Hands, but as I mentioned in that video below, or as I mentioned in that clip previously, I had two more prize cards before I could scoop the win, and they pulled out all the stops, and I think they were saving it because this is what happened. They pulled out all the stops and they said, I'm gonna use the move Make It Rain, and they discarded, or they showed out like so many energy. They shielded all out and they did 450 damage to me. That's insane. And yeah, that was the end of my run. I was like, okay, that's gonna set the tone for the rest of the tournament. Mind you, the tournament wasn't as big as it normally is. At least that I know of. At least I've seen photos from the shop where like my friends have told me before. There's only about 20 of us. And these tournaments usually have 30 to 40 people in it, so it was a lot smaller of a pool, which was interesting to say the least. It's actually kind of nice for me. We didn't have to worry about top cut.
All tied up at 1-1. I faced Mr. Micah. All right, Micah. We missed your update on the first round, so.
I lost to a Gardevoir deck. It was down to the last card, very close. I drew my rare candies too late, kids. Don't do that.
How'd you do?
Lost against Charizard. I didn't get my Espathras up in time. I'm running an Espathra Garchomp deck, and I just didn't pull it in time. So almost.
You're
So
close.
close. I was so
Okay,
close.
awesome. It was a Chin Pao versus Miraidon. It was very close at the end, and I think I got very lucky, but I utilized Gita pretty well, which is kind of surprising.
Round 2. All right. So I faced Micah, and he's running a Chin Pao, and whenever I'd play test against him or just play with him like independently or off to the side, he always gets the better of me because I really don't know how to play Chin Pao up until recently. I was told, go against the Baxcalibur, get the Frigibax out. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't have my Iron Hands built up. I had my Raikou and Miraidon do the work. And it got pretty down to the wire again. I believe it was like both of us had 2 prize cards left, and I was able to just have a better hand. I kept knocking out his Frigibax whenever he put them on the field, or when it evolved to Baxcalibur, I was able to knock it out too. Chin Pao, and Chin Pao is at 220 HP, so I was able to one-shot it with Miraidon when I needed to.
Okay, 2-1. Giratina Lost Box. They unfortunately only had 1 Pokemon, no bench, and was able to get in like round 2 or 3 with Miraidon. All right, Giovanni, what'd you get?
I lost to Cloth. Yep.
Cloth deck. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't actually realize that if I just put Espathra in the active zone, I would have won. So you learn something new.
I lost to Lost Box.
Round 3. This is a Lost Box Giratina deck, and I also happen to struggle with Lost Boxes. Mainly because at first, again, same thing, I didn't really know how to play against it. And then I was told the Comfies. You gotta knock out the Comfies. That's part of the engine, and that's how they get their cards going into the Lost Zone and whatnot. So I said, okay, Comfies it is. Now, unfortunately for my partner, as I mentioned in that clip, he had no one on his bench. I was able to get that win pretty quick within 2 or 3 turns. He just was not pulling all the right cards. After that quick win, we just played another match for fun, and he beat me that round. The second round we did was a lot closer. Did I mention this is like best of one. So at this point, I'm sitting at 2-1. I'm like, okay, I'm sitting at 2-1. I'm gonna move up the bracket, and my next opponent is probably gonna be really tough. So let's go figure it out.
All right, played another Giratina. I won. Unfortunately, my opponent had failed a deck check. He accidentally left a card out or had a legal card, so I got the automatic win. But we played again, and he actually won the mock match or the fun match. What did you do? How did you do?
Played against Micah, playing Chimpao. Not good. Just not been doing so hot. Yeah, he just mopped the floor with me.
Everyone comment thumbs down on Micah.
Round 4. Now this, very unfortunate. It is also, I believe, a Lost Box deck. He was going through the entire tournament anyways, scooping and giving the other person the win just so they can have the win, and also for him to get play experience. It's very unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. That's why you gotta be really careful for these official sanctioned events. Well, of course we did a mock match, and yeah, I definitely didn't get a good hand on that one. I probably if he had like if there wasn't anything wrong with his deck during deck check or whatever, I probably would have lost that. But that put me at 3-1. He was going through the entire tournament anyways, scooping and giving the other person the win just so they can have the win, and also for him to get play experience. Which is very unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. That's why you gotta be really careful for these official sanctioned events. Well, of course we did a mock match, and yeah, I definitely didn't get a good hand on that one. I probably if he had like if there wasn't anything wrong with his deck during deck check or whatever, I probably would have lost that. But that put me at 3-1.
Lightning.
Like a really good
4-1. My opponent scooped. I think they left early. I think I'm lucky. I got lucky for that. And let me know when it's. I'm predicting that now.
Yep, right there. All right. 1-4. I got the bye, so I got a win. I got a free win. It doesn't feel good.
If you've watched my previous tournament video, I was in that same boat. I think it was for Portland Regionals. I was 1-4 or 1-5 because I got the bye. I was getting swept. Anyways, prize pack. Oh. Okay, we got Reversal Energy, Penny.
between 0 and
Oh, Forest Seal, awesome. Each court, Hollow, and Iona, look at that. Energy. This is what Giovanni pulled. He got Armarouge, Regidrago, Versal, and I think Micah got the W because his opponent was my previous opponent.
Thank you so much for coming today. You guys have all should have gotten a prize pack. This is the last round. There will be prizing for top 4. So if you think you're going to get top 4, then stick around.
All right, final score.
2 and 3.
1-4.
I got second place. I got some packs of Paldean Fates. This is a big step up from Portland mock tournament, so let's go open it at home. Okay, let's review. I got 8 packs of Paldean Fates from the tournament. I placed second. I can't believe that. So on today's backdrop is, of course, the theme of the video, playing with the TCG Classic board. Everyone seemed to be pretty happy to play with it. A lot of people, not a lot, there's a good chunk of people who didn't know what the board is or where it came from and what was it all about. And it was pretty cool. Ooh, goodness. It's pretty cool to teach everyone or teach the people who didn't know where it came from and what the purpose was. And got a Pommy and a Revavru. Nice, I have like 3 of these Pommies. It was fun teaching everyone what it was all about and telling them what we can and can't use about the board. So every time I went up to my opponent, I said, "We playing on the board? You want to play on the board?" And they're like, "Heck yeah, let's do it. Let's play how we're meant to. You know, we gotta use this collector's tool. Can't just collect dust. We gotta use it to its fullest extent."
And Great Tusk EX. Alright, got plenty of those. Third pack. This also comes at a great time because I think I'm going to start slowing down on opening Paldean Fates, mainly because I opened quite a bit and I'm starting to get a lot of repeat pulls and it's kind of putting a damper on things. Ooh, Varoom. Nice. Starting to put a damper on things on kind of just collecting the same thing over and over, so take a little break. What I'm really looking forward to is Temporal Forces. Graybird, Bamfi, Chinchou, Varoom, Dashbun, Gengar, Electric Generator, Paldean Student, Pikachu, and Cerulege. We got Sophie in the background chewing bones, so if you hear anything cracking, something is cracking. Okay, now we got Barboach, Woobat, Tandemaus, Wooper, Grapploct, Iono, Kilowattrol, Magmar, Pineco, let's get this Mew, and Mimikyu. Alright. Still looking for that Mew. Still chasing it. It'd be cool if I get it. It'd be cool if I get the Charizard. I won't put that. I'm gonna put it out into the universe. I willed myself to get second place in the tournament, so I'm gonna will myself to get this Charizard. Alright, I feel it's gonna be this pack right here. And if it is this pack, I'm doing a giveaway. I'll do a giveaway at the end of the video if that's the case. Artisan, Kirlia, Crisis Punch, Clavipus, Numo, and Fortress EX. Unfortunately, no giveaway for us, you guys. Sorry, that I don't make the rules, even though I just made the rules. Second to last. Now this one, I'm feeling a Mew. If I do pull the Mew, I'm not doing a giveaway. Second to last pack magic. Let's see what we get here. Nemona's Backpack, Dashbun, Chinpao EX, and Doduo. You know, I'm gonna take that. I love a green bird, and I love Chinpao. Last pack magic. Okay. I'm gonna say this again. Charizard. Here it is, willing it into existence. Mew, willing it into existence. We're gonna pull 2 for 1, because that's possible, right? Pineco, Numel, Natu, Paldean Student, Charmeleon, Ultra Ball, Primeape, Pachirisu, Magmar, and Armarouge. You know, I'll take it. I got 8, essentially, I paid essentially $10 for these prize packs, and because that's an entry fee, and I got 8 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pulls out of 8 packs, that's a win for me.
If you've followed my channel and have seen my competitive content before, I use a deck called Roaring Miraidon that I've built, where you have Roaring Moon in there, and people ask you how does that work. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use Roaring Moon. I used it my first round. I used it during my first match, my very first match, and my opponent knocked it out when I had all the energies built up. He said, I don't like the fact that your Roaring Moon's there, so let's boss's order and take him out. Also, I have a Snorlax doll. I've only ever pulled it off once. And Snorlax doll can use the TM Turbo Energize and build up your bench, and I was never been able to use it during an official tournament. When it does happen, I'd be very curious to see what my opponent's reactions are. All in all, everyone was totally on board with using the TCG Classic Collection. They were like, oh man, this is so nice, this is so cool, where'd you get it? How did you really spend the full price for it? And I'm like, no, of course not. I bought it through eBay, or I told them about all the promos you could get with it and whatnot. And they were like super thrilled to be playing with it because they haven't had the chance to use it themselves. So just spreading the joy. I would capture their interactions, but this was an official tournament, and I don't want to kind of capture everyone's like playing. I don't want to make it look like I'm recording them for like intel or data, if that makes sense. Also being on the safe side. Maybe I'll ask next time. Like I'll ask them to come over to a different portion of the room and then check out the thing or whatever. But yeah, first reactions, everyone seemed to like it, which is really cool. Now there was one drawback, is I had to pack it up and unpack it every time and move tables. And it wasn't so much of a chore, but it was kind of clunky because it's a huge thing. And yeah, I had to put my decks inside, fold it up, put the carrier on, put the carrier off,
put it under my seat, yada yada yada. But it was fun. It was really fun to use. So definitely in the future, I'm going to use this for, you know, playing at home whenever my friends are here. Whenever my friends are visiting, I'm gonna definitely pull it out. We're gonna play on that. And I will still use my playmats when I'm going to tournaments. I'm not gonna bring the TCG Classic every time. I would like to, but it's still a little too clunky to. And I have a lot of cool playmats that I want to show off. You know, after watching this video, what do you think about buying the TCG Classic accessories only? The board only. If you're a hardcore player if you're a player like me who values collecting, I consider myself a very casual collector, but you don't really want to spend money on the cards, but you still see super cool appeal of having the board and accessories, I recommend to buy it. It's super fun, it's super cool. You can always pick up the promos individually, and they also have this product right here where they have some of the promos that matter. I don't really care for the reprints of the starters. When they had them in celebrations and evolutions, I'm okay with it. If you have any questions about the buying process for the TCG Classic on eBay, or if you have any questions about the TCG Classic, let me know. I'll comment and reply back to you. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future. My name is Kevin TCG, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.